with rumors going around on legit clashes creatively between Bill Goldberg and Vince Russo since he was asked to turn heel and delayed his return during May and June. Things reportedly went to the next level during the day on July 24 before Nitro went on the air with Russo and Goldberg going over the planned angles for tonight's show that will see Goldberg doing a rare job, leading to Goldberg clashing with Russo over the long-term plans coming out of the show and not just using him in high-profile matches to pop a rating for the night, with Nitro coming back to its regular Monday night time slot after last week airing on Tuesday, built around Booker and Goldberg with two first-time ever matches between them set to be given away on TV, with Booker first hyping his pay-per-view match with Jarrett before being confronted by Goldberg saying that he never had a problem with Booker until he got in his business last week during the match with Steiner, challenging him to put the belt on the line tonight before Cat came out to set up a first-time ever concept with an internet poll on the company website to decide who will face Booker for the title at the top of the hour. With Goldberg heavily featured throughout the night, both his pay-per-view opponents were off the show, with Nash filming the TV series in LA and Steiner on vacation in Hawaii, with Nash in a shoot-sit-down interview on Thunder Wednesday setting the stage for the build-up to the match to take worked shoot angles to the next level, saying that the company never planned to bring Scott Hall back whether he won the match or not, saying that Hall and Nash jumping to WCW is what popped the company as everyone else from Hogan, Savage, Flair and Sting were already there and it was the outsiders that lit it on fire in mid-96, talking openly about his contract expiring in 17 months while hyping the three-way match by implying that he was going over either by being booked to win or force it as a shoot. With the Booker title match promoted to start at the top of the hour, WCW updated on the poll results on the company website at 8:55 p.m. with Sting having a slight lead over Goldberg, with Booker hyping the match coming next with Nitro taking a commercial break seconds after Raw went on the air, returning for the poll results with Sting winning the voting before Goldberg as he promised took him out before getting to the ring, ending up with Goldberg challenging Booker on the spot saying that even if Booker has the belt he's still the man in the company, starting an impromptu match with Goldberg dominating until a referee stoppage to give Goldberg the win but not the title, setting up another Goldberg vs. Booker match for the main event. A day after an all-time great Fully Loaded pay-per-view, Mick Foley opened Raw hyping up the show, in particular Rikishi's jump from the top of the cage and the two closing matches of the night with Triple H vs Jericho and Rock vs Benoit, putting over Hunter and Jericho's performance in their last man standing match while saying that last night was also the first time since his retirement that he missed being in the ring when watching Rock and Benoit putting on one of the greatest WWF title matches of all time. Going over to tonight saying that Kurt Angle demanded a rematch against Taker to set up Angle vs Taker for later in the show before being interrupted by Benoit and Shane saying that Benoit was screwed out of the title by Foley when he reversed the referee decision in the main event, demanding a title rematch against Rock with Raw's pay-per-view follow-up segment saw it starting with the highest opening quarter in over 2 months 5.7 rating. With WCW's domestic business significantly down from the peak period, the international market as proven earlier in the year by massively successful tours in England and Germany, was still booming, with the company set to make its debut in Australia including rare TV tapings set to air from the market for the first time including 2 Nitro and 2 Thunder shows. And the Australia tour looks to be the most successful overseas tour in company history, with all tickets selling out pretty much the first day they were put on sale, set to be a massive week for the company in mid-October in front of big crowds and near record gates. Raw's opening segment continued with Foley setting the two McMahons teaming up for the first time with Shane and Stephanie set for a match later in the show, followed by Rock arriving to the building and a Road Dogg vs Steve Blackman hardcore title match going 6 minutes with Blackman going over to retain, jumping over 500,000 viewers to open a 6-2.5 rating margin. Nitro had a Mike Awesome vs Shane Douglas match next, with the main thing promoted in the background being Kidman promising to show a tape of Tori with Mark Madden hyping it big throughout the show, with the match going 5 minutes before the start of the tape showed up on screen to lead to Nitro jumping to its highest opposed quarter of the night 2.7 rating, while Raw continued to climb with a 6.2 rating for the Shane and Stephanie tag match, with Lita coming out as the first opponent before Big Show made his TV return in a surprise to a big reaction going after Shane, starting a chase all over the building while Trish interfered against Lita to set up a match between them for later in the show, along with the entrances and start of a Godfather vs Buchanan match with Godfather's character on the line. Nitro's final quarter saw one of its longest TV matches of the year so far, with a 4-way tag team cage match going 10 minutes, maintaining a 2.6 rating with the Goldberg vs Booker main event set to start and the overrun, closing the second hour after the match with another heat angle in the build-up to it with Goldberg throwing Stevie Ray through a window backstage. Raw continued to gain in every quarter, jumping to a first-hour high between 9:45 to 10 p.m. first with Godfather against Bull Buchanan in Godfather's final match in his current character, with him set to turn heel to join the censorship group, playing off as a parody of the legit PTC complaints starting at the end of last year, followed by the promoted Undertaker vs Kurt Angle match that turned into an angle shortly after, starting with Big Show and Shane's chase continuing into the ring to lead to a swerve of Show turning heel to attack Taker and rejoin Shane, jumping over 700,000 viewers to a 6.7 rating. The second now advertised Goldberg vs Booker match entrances took place already past the top of the hour, with Booker attacking Goldberg during his entrance to start the match going 3 minutes, with Goldberg dominating again before being attacked by Jarrett and Kat to set up a surprise finish, with Booker pinning Goldberg in a rare career pinfall loss, with the match jumping over 700,000 viewers to a peak 3.1 rating, with Nitro overall rebounding from the last few weeks of time slots changes to its highest rated show in a month 2.8 rating. Raw crossed over 10 p.m. with the Taker beatdown continuing in the ring, followed by Show, Shane and Angle attacking him again backstage before Show and Shane left the building minutes after the turn, while the second half of the quarter now going unopposed, with Nitro going off the air at 10:05 p.m. seeing Chris Jericho coming out for the Last Man Standing match follow-up promo, saying that last night was the most violent and greatest match of his career to date, while calling out Hunter to go again tonight, getting Hunter's response from the locker room telling Jericho that he proved him wrong with his performance but he's still not in his league, leading to Jericho going back to him to start a backstage brawl with Raw, which started bigger than usual, with the first hour drawing its highest opposed hour in a month 6.2 rating, picked up into the 7 rating range, with Nitro off the air to a 7.3 rating to start its second hour. Raw grew steadily and didn't drop below a 7.4 rating for the rest of the second hour, averaging a 7.5 rating overall to gain a significant percentage of the WCW audience at the peak of the show, first picking up with Taz vs Scotty, followed by Foley stopping Angle from leaving the building to book the main event for tonight with Rock and Kane against Angle and Benoit, while booking another tag match for the tag belts coming next with Edge and Christian defending against the Hardys and Dudleys in a match going 4 minutes that saw Edge and Christian retaining to start the build to the WrestleMania rematch between the teams at SummerSlam, in what is set to be the final pay-per-view in the USA Network era before the move to TNN, with USA meanwhile still not accepting the court ruling and appealed the decision with another hearing set for August 12 in what will cause a delay to the start of the major advertising campaign planned by Viacom heading into Raw's debut show in September. After one of the most watched hours in Raw history drawing over 9.2 million viewers, Raw jumped to a quarter-high 7.7 rating in the final quarter, starting with the Trish vs Lita strap match followed by the main event tag entrances taking place at 10:54 p.m., along with the first 3 minutes of the match starting fast with Rock and Benoit continuing the pace from last night, with the Rock and Kane vs Angle and Benoit tag match going 9 minutes to jump over 1.2 million viewers in total to a peak 8.4 rating in the 6-minute overrun, one of the top 5 most watched matches in Raw history with over 10.3 million viewers, ending up with Shane returning to take out Kane before laying out Rock with a new group of Angle Benoit. Shane closing the show on the ramp, as Raw with boosted interest coming off the Fully Loaded pay-per-view along with a massive second hour and main event viewership, jumped big to near record levels drawing a 6.9 rating.